one. Hello.
Because hello, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. So today my name is Hammas and with us Steve, and we are going to do a CSS battle challenge for today. And the purpose of this to learn CSS in a better way, to show you how you can learn CSS in more interesting ways. So this is one of the you can say the method of learning it. So before we start, how about Steve, if you introduce yourself?
Okay, I'd be happy to introduce myself. Could you just give me permission to share or stop sharing? I'll share my screen. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, so yeah, my name is Steve Dames Jr. On YouTube, I'm also Web Dev Jr. And I'm really excited to be here. I'm all about software engineering, and in particular, learning software engineering through collaboration. So I am so happy to be here with Hammas today. He's invited me for this interesting challenge, and hopefully through his guidance, after we find out what this is all about, we're going to be able to have some fun learning some interesting techniques about CSS. So I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to get in and practically increase my software engineering knowledge. You guys are ready? Let's do it. Back over to you, Hammas.
Steve. So, so today we have a challenge. We're going to do it. This is called CSS battles. People do it if you have saw it on YouTube, but we are going to do it in a different way. To do it, we are going to introduce you how you can use it, and you can make your understanding about CSS in a better way. So today we have a challenge. We are going to do it. We both will have 10 minutes for this challenge. So the person who will complete it in the first 10 minutes, he's gonna win. So Steve gave me this chance to start today. So normally we do a toss, but he want me to start this session and want me to start this challenge. So I will take the first 10 minutes. So let's, before wasting time, just let's jump on the challenge. So today we have this this pattern. We have to recreate it, and they have given us a simple styles, not style sheet, a simple document with a div and a styling tag, and we have to recreate this design. So my 10 minutes are started, and I'm gonna do it. So first, the thing is, let's see what we can do. So these are the colors which we are gonna use. So I'm gonna start with taking this color to the background. So let's say body so we have to make this container of this color. Let's see, have this background, and we have to make it in center. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's see. Let's align. I don't know if it's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. So the strategy which I use to centering a div is to make it inside another div. So let's see. I have some silly ideas, but this is a way of learning, so you can also do it. Okay, let's call it the inner. I'm very lazy, so I'm not gonna suggest. So I'm not gonna take any good names, but in future, I guess. So this is going to be the inner, and this is div. So since this is going to be the inner and this is going to be the outer, we are going to make this inner. We're going to make this inner, and then we are going to make this dot outer. Dot outer will have a width of 100% and height of 100%. Let's see. So Normally I use display flex for doing this. Display flex and justify content center and align, sorry, items center. So the box is in the center, and now we have to give it some. So we have to increase the width and the height. I guess the width is not so much. I guess it is going to be 150. No, it's going to be, sorry. I was talking about the width. The width is good, I guess. Yeah, it's good. The width is good, and I guess it is gonna be 200. No, it's going to be, I guess, 270. My design is still smaller than the original one, I guess 300. No, it's, yeah, it's 300. So we have this box in the center, and this is the outer box. Not, this is not the box, this is a circle which has a color similar to the background. So now we need to have another div inside this inner. So let's see what we can do. So first we need to have a div, and inside that div we need to have another, from my understanding. Let's say div 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 class. It is going to be inner child. Okay, so inner child will be bigger than the original one. It will be bigger than the parent container. So let's see. This is the inner child. It is gonna be background color. Let's see first its width. So width should be 100 pixel for just for the checkup, and height would be 100 pixel. Okay, so this is going to be the height and the width, and we can give it a background color, background of the same. Okay, so this is going to be this, and we can also make it in the center by justify content. Let's say display flex first. Display flex. Flex justify content center and align items center. Okay, it's in the center, and now we can increase its width and height, maybe 200, 200. Wow. So let's see if I give it a border radius. The only way to make it in my mindset, the only way to make it circle by giving it a border radius of 50%. Is it similar? No, I guess it's not. We need to give it more. I guess 250. 250 is going to be better. Oh, it's good. So now we will have another child. This would be inside this child, and this is gonna take the same width and height of this container. Okay, not the width, but just the height. So let's see what is the inner child. It is going to be inner grandchild. Okay, div. Oh my goodness, I'm using a lot of divs, but you can use, but it's on you how you can do it. So this is going to be grand inner child. As I told you, I'm very lazy in choosing the name, so I'm just going to use it because I have 10 minutes limit, and I just have 4 minutes left. Okay, so this is going to be the inner child. and this is going to be inner grand inner child or inner grandchild to make it more consistent. Inner grandchild. Okay. So inner grandchild. So this is going to be in the center, and we're going to make a display flex again. We're going to use it. So I'm just copy pasting these things. Okay. I know I'm using a lot of code, but we can make it dry later completing this challenge. So this is in the center. First, let me give it a height width of 100, not 100, maybe we can give it a 50% and height of 100% and background would be blue one. Okay, now it's giving the height of 100%. Oh no, it's not the 100%, I guess. For me, it is going to be the 50%, I guess. Let's try this, not this. 55. Oh, sorry, 55. 60, 70, 89, maybe 65. Oh, 65. Now it's good. It's more than it's looks similar. Let's give it a background radius. Oh, sorry, border of 50%. Okay, it's not looking very good. We need to make its width a little bit more. 60. Okay, it's good. It's looking good, I guess. Okay, and now we can make another div for this blue, for this yellow child. So inside this, I'm gonna make another div, and div. So inner grandchild 2. Okay, this is going to be inner grandchild 2. Child 2, and the same thing which we're going to do here is we're going to give it display flags. Okay, I know I'm out of time, but let's complete it. I'm cheating, but this is the first time we're doing it. Okay, so let's complete this by giving it a width of 20%, I guess, and height of 20%, and the background of blue. Okay, it might be the border, but border radius 50%. Okay, it might be bigger. Body. Oh, sorry. I guess it's. Is it looking similar? No, it's the original is more bigger. I guess 50% is gonna work. No. So I guess it's smaller. Yeah, I guess now it is a little bit more. Little bit bigger. 33, 33. Okay, the design is completely similar to the score. I took 2 minutes extra, but it worked it 100%. So let's move to Steve.
Yeah, congratulations, man. That was really awesome.
Thank you, man. So I know I have a lot of repetitive I have a lot of repetitions. I know you can say you can talk about them, but the main purpose of doing this challenge is to make you understand what are the ways how we can learn different things in a different way, in an interesting way. So I have completed this challenge in 12 minutes. So if you complete your challenge in less than 10 minutes, then you're gonna win this session today.
Oh man, stakes are high. Okay.
Yeah, you can. Okay, you can
Do
start
you,
sharing
do
your
you,
screen
do you
now.
have a challenge for me?
Okay, let me give you a challenge.
Mhm.
So let me give you this. Okay, wait for a minute. Okay, this might be easier, but let's say, let me send you on the chat. You can do this
Sure.
challenge. Okay, I'm sure this would be your favorite.
All right, let's see. Let's close this out, make this a little bit bigger, and let's open up a new screen here. Okay, here we go. It looks like either the left eye of a really cool robot or a bar of soap. Which one do you think?
I guess
Okay,
it's a brick.
it's a brick. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, so let me get a timer and let me set it for 10 minutes. And let me begin. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with. So, all right, I guess we can start with the body as well. And in our body, we are going to grab that color. It's copied, how nice. Okay, so we can just say background and give it that color. Close it up, okay, nice. Okay, so in order to center this, I guess Mas had a really good technique there. Let's give this a class of container, maybe we can say. All right, and inside of our container, we can have another div. Okay, and we can give this div a class of, we can call this inner as well. Why not? That one actually made a lot of sense. Okay, so let's go down here to our styles. All right, cool. So with our inner, maybe we can call first. Let me just set up container as well at the same time. All right, so we also want him centered. So we can say align. I wonder if we can give it maybe a display of flags. And we can say we justify content center. Maybe we might want to bring that down to our inner. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we're gonna use a line. Line item center for him. Okay, he doesn't like that either. All right. So what's another way that I usually like to, because this div here is the one we're targeting, right? So let's try that. That they've given us already. But maybe we want to,
I can give you a hint if you
yeah,
want.
that's definitely, definitely. I'm
So
not, I'm not opposed to having good hints.
no problem, no problem. We are here for learning. So I'm just gonna give you a hint because you're stuck here.
Mhm.
The parent container is responsible for aligning and horizontally and vertically. So you need to use this justify
This,
content in the parent, uh, yeah, in the parent div.
okay. So I had it, my initial thought was correct. So always go with your first thought, in other words. So my parent container is this, and so I will want that alignment here.
Yeah.
Now, thing about it is, okay, so I just have a div here. Maybe we want to give this div, we want to say, call this maybe inner. We can say. And so now this inner div is inside of our parent container. If we're reading this correctly.
The justify content has a spelling mistake.
Okay. And I have to spell justify content correctly. And now, so we have it aligned in the center there. But now we also need it to be vertically aligned.
You can use line items for vertical.
So if we just simply did align items on the inner.
No, in align items, just focus on the wording align items. I mean, parent is saying, so where is supposed to be?
Yeah, so inside of inner,
Mhm.
if we say
Not
align.
in the
So hints are coming in, and we're saying align items should not be on the inner. Is that correct?
okay. Let me give you something. There are two things: align item and align self. So now you decide where you are going to use align items.
Okay, so we have align items and align self. And okay, just another hint for you awesome developers out there. So most times when you're just getting started with this stuff, like myself right now, you're not going to remember any of these terms until you start practicing a lot, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
there's a resource that we can use. I had
Sure.
pulled it up. Hopefully it's still here.
You can use cheat sheet. It's a friendly challenge for today.
Yeah, this is gonna definitely one of those friendly challenges to get the cobwebs off. Okay, there is something that I had here. I think that I have it here. I will just go here to Mozilla. Okay, MDN. Okay, so when you get lost, go to the documentation because documentation is awesome and you can just look for anything that you have forgotten. So in this case, I'm trying to find align items because Hammas says he's giving me that awesome hint that that's what I should be looking for. So align, here it is, align items. So what exactly does align items do? So we have a couple of things here. We can try it. We have the syntax. But in this example, align item center, let's just click on it and we can see that indeed our the syntax is align items first, and then you put the location of where you would like your items aligned as the value. So let's give that a shot. So all right.
Try it in the
Take
container.
it from here and put it into the container. Yes. Okay. Do we have any effect? Nope. So what about align content?
You can check it.
Still not yet. Okay.
Okay, one more hint if you want.
Let's
It's
see. I just wanted to know
yeah.
the difference between the aligned items and the aligned content. So let's just look it up.
Okay, for the sake of the challenge, we have showed others that how you're going to use the documentation. Let's get back to the challenge.
Sure.
I can give you the hints. I can give you the hints, and you can apply them.
Okay.
Now,
So
why
Hammas is
it's
now navigator.
yeah? I'm going to be the navigator now, but not in every challenge, Steve.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
It's called getting
So,
the ball going.
so the thing is, if you make your contain, if you give your container a color,
So we
give your
can see what
container
we're actually
a
affecting.
background. If you give a background of red,
Sure.
you
Oh,
see,
here we go. Yeah, there we go.
it is already in the center. The thing which you need to do is just make it
Width.
100%. Height
Mm,
should be 100%.
There we go. Okay. And now we can try align items.
Nope.
If I can spell align items. And there it is, it's in the center. Okay, so that was really cool. So if we give our container a background, we can see the space that it has, and we're not blinded by what's going on in the background. Okay, that's a really useful hint. Okay, so now that we have it in the center, assuming that we would like to use maybe this first block. Okay, let's maybe increase the block then of our first div inner. Let's maybe give that a width of, say, I don't know, 30% is not great, 60% is not optimal, maybe about 50% looks good. And let's give that a border radius of about maybe, let's try 5% initially. Okay.
50% after the 50%, you're missing a terminator.
Yes, thank you. And 5%.
Remove the red background. We don't need it anymore.
Thank you. Let's see, from our container. We can remove that. And we're gonna need more than 5%. What about 15? No, 20 will be too much. 25 is too much rather.
You can give it in pixels, I guess.
Yeah.
10 pixels.
Let's try it in pixels then. Okay, that's a much nicer slope.
You can try.
We'll try 15.
More.
Yeah,
Okay.
15 looks almost about there. What about the height? Actually looks about the same. Okay, so I'm going to need another div, it seems. But first, let me change the color of this one. That looks to be the salmon color here. Background color. And we want that to be this. Okay, so that's that nice salmon. And I wonder if we can replicate this. So All right, just gonna copy that. And below here, we're gonna paste it. I have an extra curly bracket here. I'm gonna take that out. And we're gonna call this inner 2. And we are going to need an inner 2. So let's create another div here. Let's call you inner 2. Let's close it up. Okay. So inner 2 is going to be basically the same thing, but here's what we can do. We can say something like maybe margin top. Give it like, I don't know, 2rem. Let's see what happens. Might want to give it a little bit more. Let's just do something extreme here. Okay, so that's not affecting our inner 2 at all. Let's think about this for a second. Within our first div, we're saying add another div. But that's just going to be directly in the center. I guess that one will be good if we want this little circle here. So maybe I can decrease the width of it.
I guess you run out of your time.
Yeah. Did my timer go off? I didn't hear. Ah, there it is. I surely did.
Okay.
So okay, I will not go over the time.
Okay, let me try this one from
Sure.
my side, and I can show
Well,
you how you can do it.
In the interest of our overall time, no, you can just lead. I guess navigate me if you have an idea of how to do it quickly.
Sure,
So
sure.
that
Now
we
the
can
time
just-
is over, and I can give you an idea how you are gonna use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about how the experience was afterwards.
Yeah. So this is going to be very short. The thing is, first you need a div, which is your background color, which is the last color you can see in the color tab. The last color block, which is
Yeah.
I guess it is behind everything. It's behind the it's a little bit lower than the block.
Yes.
This is going to be the first you can say the first div, which will have you can make you already have an inner. So now make your inner more, I guess you can increase the height of it like 120 pixel.
Okay, so let's first do that. 120 pixels. Okay, got it.
Okay, now see if it matches the height.
If I look at the height, yeah.
Okay, I guess it matches. Okay, great. So now change the color because the behind the background color is not this one. It is the third one. Yeah, it is the third one.
Yeah,
so now
you
already made another div inside this div, which is called inner 2.
That's correct.
So what you need to do is just make inner 2 height and width 100%.
Okay, so we have width already. We can just change
Yeah.
them 50% to 100%, and we
Yeah.
can add height and also change that to 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Width and height and close it up.
Yes. Okay. What is the color should be, I guess.
So this color will be salmon. This salmon color here, I guess.
I guess it is already.
It is already the color, but I guess because of
the background color. Okay. I guess it's okay. It's not coming up.
Well,
can you make it?
Let's see
here. Can you
here.
make it a little bit? Yeah. Can you make it a little bit more bigger?
Yeah, let's make it bigger. Sure, no problem. So inner.
Maybe you can. Yeah, you can make it.
Oh, I had width at 50%. I put that on my inner 2.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so for width for this one, what if just
width is good. Width is good, I guess. Width is good. Okay, change it.
This is the back. This is the back. Okay, no, we had it right. We had it right. So our inner is what we're saying is the background, right?
Yes.
And
now
then,
the outer is the top part. They did, sorry, in the inner child, which
I
is your
think
inner
we
two.
might have this the other way
Can
around.
you remove the margin top? You don't need it. I guess it is this thing which is causing the problem.
Let's take it out.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay. Now it's good. Now
Mhm.
change the height to 80%.
Sure. There we go.
Okay.
That looks picture perfect so far.
It's look, and now you need to make another div which is called inner three.
Okay.
And
So inside of this, I love CSS is like it's like that puzzle. I don't know if you remember that puzzle. You put something smaller inside of another thing. This is the Russian doll
yeah,
puzzle.
it's a puzzle. It can make you successful, and it can also make you stuck.
We're just layering.
Yeah. Now
Okay, let's
you
give this a
already
class.
experienced it.
Yes, I certainly did. But it's always amazing when you have a great navigator. Okay, so inner three.
Inner three.
All right, and inner three, let's just automatically give it that same background color. So inner three down here. Let's open up another one. And in front of that, let's put background color, which we can use background or background color. Do you remember when it's useful to use either or? I can just say background or background
Yeah,
color will give me the same effect.
background accepts more parameters. It also take the radius, and you can search about it.
Sure.
The background color only accepts the color, but the background accepts the background the background radius, whatever you can think about it. It also takes the URL. It also takes the URL of the image. So it has multiple uses.
Okay. So I'm thinking that we just want to maybe make these width and height a lot smaller. Okay, so that at least now we can see it. It's there. It's showing up. It has width and height now. But we would like it to be in the center. So I imagine we have to do something similar to what we did for our container with justify content and align items. But maybe we can put now this onto our inner two.
Yep.
Okay.
Display
right.
flex.
And of course, we need the display flex in order for that to take effect. If these are flex properties, so display of flex. All right, and yeah, we can definitely add a border radius onto this as well. I'll just go ahead and grab this. And actually, it's looking good. We just want to maybe increase that width. Let's try maybe 60. Let's go to 80, 70, 80. Sure. Maybe 80 is okay. Maybe increase the height. Whoa, we don't want 340, man. Okay, 40. What if it were 50? 50 is too much. What about 45? Little too much. Okay, maybe 40 is fine. But let's just maybe increase our.
You can check. You can compare. You can compare by
Yeah, let's compare by doing this. Oh, okay. So it looks like just the height is a little bit off of the actual pictures.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Okay, so my inner maybe needs to be a little bit smaller, according to this picture. So maybe inner two height should be about 70 perhaps, or 75.
Oh, it's inner two.
Yeah.
You need to make changes to inner three, I guess.
No, I was looking at this diagram here. Okay, let's put it back. It wasn't that off. It looked off to my eye.
Okay.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay. I guess we need to increase the border radius, I guess.
Let's try that then. Even if I give it
Because
30, 30 looks
yeah, you
like
can.
it.
Mhm. Maybe you can decrease the width of this from here, like 70. 70 is gonna work, I guess.
Let's try it.
Okay, now try this. Let's
Yeah,
just yeah. Is width similar to that?
let's see. Yes. Oop,
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Is it good? Is it on the okay?
it surely looks good.
Okay, now you need to just I guess make the height. Oh, I guess your block, the block which has a shiny color is should be a little bit. It should have more height than you
Yeah, I
know.
was thinking maybe which is inner two, should
Yeah,
maybe be
80,
like 82% or something. It just needs a little bit more, not
80,
much.
80. Okay, now try this and compare
Yeah,
it. I guess,
actually, it looks spot on.
but you need to make it pixel perfect.
So I think what is not pixel perfect about this is the border radius.
Uh huh.
So, and the border radius seems to be just a little bit less. So maybe
Okay.
let's make the border radius about 10. Is that going to be too much? Okay,
Mhm.
13 pixels maybe. More looks like.
I guess it's good.
Yeah. Okay, definitely though the border radius at the bottom is a bit much. So
Hmm.
let's give it about 25 perhaps. If we're really going for
Okay,
that.
now it's good. I guess you need to just make. You can
Okay.
check the progress. I guess we are almost done with it.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time. This is going to be a long video if we do this.
Okay.
Okay, 75. What is the percentage? Okay,
Um,
98. 98%.
98. So it's almost there. Okay. It was just
Okay,
a matter of the border radius not being completely spot on.
no problem, no problem.
I'm
You
gonna
can
take a
fix it
picture of that,
later.
man. This is my first time, even with help. I'm still happy with that. I was it was a nice
Okay.
experience.
Yeah, it's
So
good.
I'll stop sharing now so we can talk about the experience for a little bit, and then this video is already getting a little long, but hopefully it's still enjoyable. So yeah, Hamas, let you start. You had the first challenge.
Okay, it was a wonderful experience, I guess. The way we learn, CSS tactics and CSS methods, because in not normally we do something like we do make projects and then we get stuck and we get stuck at multiple points. But here you are learning the concepts, how you can use them. So I guess for me it was a wonderful experience, and maybe and not maybe, but definitely we are going to do these type of sessions in future. What about you? Move to you, Steve.
Yeah, it was really great because you take for granted these skills of CSS that you just you have to use it in nearly every project. Even if you're using a framework, you still need to know how to manipulate the actual CSS. And yes, we have our documentation. When we get stuck, we can always go and look up a particular term like we demonstrated. But these little techniques like remembering how to layer your boxes so that you can center them in the right way. They are very useful and sometimes you forget them. So this was a really good learning experience for me. It seems like it's just practice. The more you do it, the quicker you become. So yeah, thanks for this really cool idea, Hamas.
Okay. Okay, so I guess now we are at the end of the session, and we are going to do a lot of sessions like this in the future. So stay with us and be gonna and keep in touch with us for these type of things, and keep doing these type of things. The more you practice, the more you will learn. The more you will there will be more chances of you getting hired. So yeah, that's all from my side, and